Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a development that has left the European Union in a state of uncertainty and intense debate. Denmark, one of the EU's long-standing members, has taken a policy shift that few anticipated, and the ripple effects are already being felt across Brussels and beyond. What exactly has happened? Why now? And what does it mean for the future of the EU? Let's unpack the story step by step. Denmark's political landscape has always been unique within the European Union. While it is a committed member, the country has historically maintained a cautious approach to EU integration. From opt-outs on the euro to special considerations on justice and home affairs, Denmark has often acted in ways that preserve its sovereignty while still reaping the benefits of EU membership. However, the latest move goes beyond mere opt-outs. It signals a more assertive stance that challenges long-standing expectations about unity and cohesion within the bloc. The policy shift in question revolves around Denmark's recent announcement regarding its approach to EU regulations and strategic decision-making. Specifically, Copenhagen has indicated that it may no longer automatically align with certain EU-wide policies in areas ranging from defense collaboration to energy strategy. This comes at a moment when the EU is facing multiple external pressures, including geopolitical tensions with Russia, the ongoing energy crisis, and economic uncertainty linked to inflation and global market fluctuations. Denmark's timing has therefore intensified the sense of urgency in Brussels. One key factor driving Denmark's decision is domestic political pressure. The Danish government, led by a coalition that includes both traditional centrist parties and more conservative factions, has faced growing public demand for a clearer assertion of national interests. Opinion polls show that a significant portion of the Danish population is skeptical of deeper EU integration, especially in areas that touch on national sovereignty. The government's policy pivot can be seen as a response to these internal dynamics, reflecting a desire to maintain credibility at home while navigating complex European negotiations. Another element to consider is Denmark's strategic position in Northern Europe. The country occupies a pivotal geographic location, acting as a gateway between the North Sea, the Baltic region, and the wider European continent. This makes its cooperation, or lack thereof, particularly consequential in matters of security and trade. Analysts suggest that Denmark's recalibration could complicate EU efforts to present a unified stance on military collaboration, particularly in light of increased tensions in Eastern Europe and ongoing concerns about energy security. The EU's reaction to Denmark's announcement has been cautious but unmistakably concerned. Brussels officials have emphasized the importance of solidarity and the need to maintain consistent standards across member states. At the same time, there is recognition that Denmark is exercising rights that are technically within its sovereign discretion. The tension between respecting national prerogatives and preserving the integrity of EU policies is now front and center, highlighting the delicate balance the bloc must maintain to function effectively. From an economic perspective, Denmark's shift raises important questions. The country has long been a strong contributor to the EU budget and a stable participant in European markets. Any deviation from agreed-upon economic policies, such as fiscal regulations or energy transition frameworks, could create uncertainty for investors and trading partners. While Denmark is not abandoning the EU, even small divergences can have amplified effects given the interconnectedness of European economies. Markets are watching closely to gauge whether Denmark's stance could inspire similar moves in other member states, which could, in turn, create broader instability. Energy policy is one domain where Denmark's decision could have immediate consequences. The EU has been working to coordinate energy strategies, particularly in response to global supply shocks and the transition to renewable sources. Denmark, with its substantial wind energy infrastructure and strategic control of certain supply chains, holds leverage in shaping regional energy outcomes. By signaling selective participation in EU energy frameworks, Denmark introduces an element of uncertainty that could slow collective efforts, forcing Brussels to rethink timelines and contingency plans. Security and defense cooperation is another area under scrutiny. The EU has been gradually building mechanisms for joint defense and intelligence collaboration, complementing NATO's traditional role. Denmark has historically contributed selectively, balancing its commitments with national priorities. The current policy shift suggests an even more cautious engagement, prompting questions about the EU's ability to coordinate responses to emerging threats. For member states reliant on collective defense arrangements, Denmark's recalibration adds a layer of unpredictability. In addition to strategic concerns, there is a symbolic dimension to Denmark's move. The EU has long promoted itself as a union based on shared principles and common values. When a member state signals that it may deviate from agreed-upon policies, it challenges the perception of cohesion that underpins the bloc's political legitimacy. This is particularly significant at a time when Euroscepticism is on the rise in several countries, and populist movements are seeking to capitalize on perceptions of overreach by Brussels. Denmark's decision may therefore resonate beyond practical policy, influencing debates about the future direction of the EU itself. Media coverage across Europe has underscored the unexpected nature of Denmark's policy pivot. Headlines in major newspapers describe the development as shocking, unprecedented, or a test of EU unity. Analysts point to the timing, emphasizing that Denmark acted while the EU is already grappling with crises ranging from migration pressures to the ongoing recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The cumulative effect of these simultaneous challenges amplifies the impact of a single member state recalibrating its approach. Public opinion in Denmark reflects a nuanced perspective. While some citizens view the move as a necessary assertion of national sovereignty, others worry about potential isolation or loss of influence within the EU. There is a broad recognition that Denmark benefits from being part of a larger political and economic community. But the desire to safeguard domestic priorities has clearly influenced policy decisions. This tension between national interest and European solidarity is now playing out on multiple levels, from parliamentary debates to public discourse. The EU's internal mechanisms for dealing with such shifts are being tested. Traditionally, disagreements over policy implementation are managed through negotiation, compromise, and, if necessary, legal frameworks. In this instance, Brussels must balance firmness with flexibility, ensuring that Denmark remains engaged, while also signaling that the principles of collective decision-making cannot be easily bypassed. The situation underscores the complexity of managing a union of diverse states, each with its own domestic pressures and strategic priorities. Some member states are reportedly watching Denmark's move closely, weighing the potential benefits of similar recalibrations. Countries with strong domestic Eurosceptic movements may see Copenhagen's stance as a precedent, while others remain committed to deepening integration. The ripple effects could therefore extend far beyond the immediate policy domains, influencing future negotiations on topics ranging from climate targets to fiscal policy and migration frameworks. International observers have also weighed in. Washington and other global capitals recognize that Denmark's policy shift could influence EU stability at a time when transatlantic cooperation is vital. The European Union is not only an economic powerhouse, but also a critical partner in global security, trade, and diplomacy. Any uncertainty within the bloc is likely to be scrutinized by external actors seeking to understand potential shifts in alliances or priorities. Analysts emphasize that Denmark's recalibration should not be interpreted as a withdrawal from the EU. Rather, it is a strategic repositioning that reflects domestic realities and long-term considerations. Copenhagen continues to participate in key EU programs and remains committed to overarching European objectives such as free trade, climate action, and regional security. However, the selective engagement model introduces ambiguity that Brussels must navigate carefully. The timing of the policy shift coincides with broader debates within the EU about the future direction of the Union. Discussions about federalization, enhanced coordination, and shared sovereignty have gained prominence in recent years, often sparking contentious debates among member states. Denmark's stance feeds into these discussions, highlighting the challenges of balancing national prerogatives with collective ambition. It serves as a reminder that the European project is continually evolving and that compromise remains essential for its survival. Observers note that Denmark's move could also influence EU policy-making processes. If other member states adopt similar approaches, the traditional model of consensus-based decision-making may face increasing strain. This raises questions about efficiency, enforcement mechanisms, and the ability to respond rapidly to crises. The EU's leadership, including the European Commission and Council, will need to carefully calibrate their response to ensure both cohesion and flexibility. Diplomatic engagement is intensifying. EU officials are reportedly holding consultations with Danish counterparts to clarify intentions, negotiate compromises, and establish frameworks for continued collaboration. These discussions aim to balance respect for Denmark's sovereignty with the need to maintain predictable policy outcomes across the Union. The outcomes of these negotiations could set precedents for how similar situations are handled in the future. The broader European public is also paying attention. Citizens in other member states are observing Denmark's policy recalibration, evaluating how it may impact regional cooperation and shared priorities. Debates are emerging in media outlets, academic forums, and social platforms about the implications for collective action in areas like climate change, defense, and trade. The conversation is no longer confined to policymakers. It is entering public discourse across Europe. Economic institutions are monitoring the situation closely. Analysts are assessing potential impacts on investment, cross-border trade, and financial stability. Denmark's position as a high-income, stable economy means that even small policy divergences could have amplified effects on interconnected markets. Companies operating in Europe may need to adjust their strategies to account for potential regulatory variations, supply chain disruptions, or changes in EU funding mechanisms. From a political standpoint, the Danish government is navigating a delicate balancing act, maintaining credibility with domestic constituents while engaging constructively in EU negotiations requires careful messaging and strategic planning. The coalition government must manage internal party dynamics, public expectations, and external pressures from other member states. This balancing act underscores the complexity of policymaking in a multi-level governance system like the EU. Security implications are also under discussion. The EU's security architecture relies on cooperation in intelligence sharing, joint exercises, and coordinated responses to threats. Denmark's selective engagement approach could influence the effectiveness of these mechanisms. While not withdrawing from collaboration entirely, the country's new posture introduces uncertainty about timelines, resource allocation, and operational coordination. This may necessitate adjustments in planning and contingency measures for other member states. Energy collaboration remains a critical area of focus. The EU has been pursuing ambitious climate and energy targets, including transitioning to renewable sources and reducing reliance on external suppliers. Denmark's energy infrastructure and geographic positioning give it leverage in shaping regional outcomes. Any deviation from EU energy frameworks could necessitate adjustments in investment, policy planning, and cross-border coordination. The situation highlights the interconnected nature of energy security in Europe. The symbolic impact of Denmark's policy shift is significant. In a union built on principles of solidarity and shared governance, any divergence by a member state sends a message about the limits of cohesion. Other countries, especially those grappling with domestic political pressures, may interpret Denmark's stance as evidence that selective engagement is feasible. This could influence broader debates about the future of EU integration, sovereignty, and shared decision-making. Looking ahead, several scenarios are possible. Denmark may continue to engage selectively, maintaining alignment on key policies while asserting autonomy in specific areas. Alternatively, the country could face pressure to conform more closely with EU expectations, particularly if divergence threatens collective goals. The unfolding situation will likely shape debates on integration, policy flexibility, and the balance between national interests and collective European action. In summary, Denmark's unexpected policy shift has introduced both practical and symbolic challenges for the European Union. While not signaling withdrawal, the move underscores the ongoing tension between national sovereignty and collective governance. The EU's response, domestic political dynamics, economic implications, and international attention all combine to create a complex, evolving picture. As Denmark navigates its path, the rest of Europe will be closely observing how this recalibration influences cohesion, policy implementation, and the future trajectory of the Union. The coming months will be critical in determining whether Denmark's approach can be accommodated within the EU framework, or whether it will trigger broader debates about flexibility, sovereignty, and integration. Policymakers, analysts, and citizens alike will be watching developments closely, aware that even small shifts by a single member state can have amplified consequences in a union as interconnected as Europe. The story of Denmark and the EU is far from over. and the coming weeks and months may define new norms for how the bloc manages diversity, dissent, and collective ambition. Ultimately, Denmark's unexpected move serves as a reminder that the European Union is not a monolithic entity, but a complex tapestry of diverse nations, each balancing domestic priorities with collective responsibility. The challenges and debates sparked by this policy shift will likely reverberate across Europe for years to come, shaping discussions about the nature of sovereignty, cooperation, and the future of the European project. It is a moment that calls for careful analysis, thoughtful negotiation, and, above all, a recognition that Europe's strength lies in its ability to manage complexity, not in the absence of it.